mode.
Hello, hello everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Great to have you with us tonight for the amazing Fast Start training. Tonight you will learn how how you should act when you start the business or if you want to give a big push to your business. And tonight we have an amazing presenter. We have with us Maria Ghaderi. Maria was an engineering student at university when she joined GWT at age 23. Maria today is Canada's top earner in 2014. By the age of 25, she was retired from her job, and by age 28, she was 100% debt free and financially free, traveling, traveling the world and doing whatever she wants with the business, with our amazing business. Maria has built team of thousands of people. She has earned tens of thousands of dollars a month and helped hundreds of people to earn 4 and 5 figure income from GWT. She is responsible for opening up the European market for GWT. She's GWT youngest top earner, youngest regional ambassador, who got qualified for free vacation. One of the LCs who is in a Ramin group that help him think and about the business and help him make it better. She was featured and spoken in many network marketing, radio, seminars, magazines as one of the successful young mentors in the industry. Okay, and I know that Maria, with her business, just was a few months lived in Europe, and now she's back to Canada, and it's amazing to have you with us, Maria. Are you with us tonight?
Hi, Hadas. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Great to have you. So let's go. Take the call.
Thank you so much, Hadas. Thank you so much for that kind introduction. Hello, GWT family, wherever you are in the world. Good evening, Europe. Good evening, Africa. Good evening, Middle East. Good evening, wherever you are in the world. And I know it's afternoon time in Canada and USA. So good afternoon. Wherever in the world you're logging in, it's probably early morning. I have no idea what time is it in Australia or Asia. So wherever you're calling from any part of the world, I want to welcome you to the call. Just like Hannah said, my name is Maria Ghaderi, and I've been with Global World Trade for almost 8 years now. And man, what a ride it is. I think last time I presented this Fast Start training was 2.5 years ago. We were just talking about this. And for the past 2.5 years, this Fast Start training has produced so much results in our business all around the world. Our team expanded to 96 countries all around the world because of this amazing Fast Start training system that we have. It allowed a lot of people, many people in GWT, including myself, Sherry, Leo, Renee, I mean tons of people got their freedom when we created so many leaders in all around the world. And these leaders for the past 2.5 years been leading every single week on Tuesday nights. They've been leading these Fast Start trainings for their teams. And this is the beautiful part of GWT, that not only gives you the financial freedom, the personal development, the leadership, but also it allows you to help other people to also become leaders and change their lives as well. So I'm really excited. For those of you who this is your first time being on the call, I want to congratulate you, and I want to welcome you to GWT family. You know, this is the meat and potato of your business. Learn it, master it, you know, this should be the master of your business. This should be the culture of your business, and train it to other people. And for those of you who've been in the business, you already know your thing. So this is a new start, 2016. By the way, Happy New Year to everybody all around the world. We are starting 2016 strong. We want to make sure that every single person in the company by the end of the year become powerful leaders. They create financial freedom. They create powerful results with this vehicle of global world trade for their life. So without any further ado, let's get started. I'm really, really excited. So the first thing I want to show you guys is the launch pad. So the launch pad is basically the target of your business. It's the destination of your business. We always tell people, if you get into a car and start driving and you don't know what is your destination, where are you going, you're probably going to get lost. You might arrive anywhere. You might, if you're driving from, for example, Rome, Italy to Switzerland, and you're just driving and you don't know you're going to Switzerland. You don't know if you're going to go to Spain, if you're going to go to France, if you're going to go to Switzerland. You keep driving, you might arrive anywhere and not knowing what it is and why you're there. But if you get in the car from the beginning, you know where you're going, then you will get there eventually. Okay, so the launch pad that I'm going to show you right now is the destination. It is the target. So from the day one, you need to know your destination, and I'm going to show you your destination, and you should be able to show the destination to your luxury consultants from the day one that they get started. So for those of you who are wondering what are some of the steps you should take when you're launching a new VDM, a couple of things that you're going to do before your launch pad that we normally do. The first thing we do, we have them write down their why, which I'm going to elaborate on next 30-day training. But right away, as soon as the person launches their VDM, have them write down 3 reasons why GWT should work for their life. What is their intention? What in the first place, why in the first place they join the business. And after they write down their why and they communicate their why with you and their mind 5, then have them to basically understand the destination, where they're going, what are the targets, okay? So here's the destination. So the destination is basically it's all the rewards are created in the destination. It's the launch pad is the experience. It's the endless rewards with global world trade. So, all right. So the first destination, the first target when you join GWT, your first target is to become a diamond. And why do you have to become a diamond? Why do you want to become a diamond? Because once you're a diamond, you're maximizing your earning potential with global world trade, and you are maximizing your buying power. So you're buying the beautiful product at the maximum discount, and you're earning the most income possible with global world trade. Just to make it understand a little bit more. You know, in other companies, when you join the team, you have to produce so much results. You have to build a big team, sell a lot of product to be able to reach the highest rank, which allow you to earn the maximum income. In GWT, right away from the day one, as soon as you become a diamond, you are at the highest rank that actually give you the most income. Okay, so that's your first target, to get at the highest place possible to be able to earn the most income. That gives you the possibility of earning the most income. So how do you become diamond? There's 5 ways to become diamond. The first one is to become diamond by basically paying for $3,500 diamond package cost. So the 3,500 Canadian dollar is the ideal package for you to get started, because basically right away you get the most product, which I'm going to explain more. So the second way of becoming a diamond, if you don't have the amount right away, or for whatever reason you can't get started with $3,500 right away, you can start with one of the smallest packages. So let's start with the next top package, which is the gold package. You start with the gold package, you spend or you invest 1,800 Canadian dollar. So now you're a gold member, and by launching 2 VDMs, they could be at any package, silver and up, at least silver. You're helping them to get started in their first 30 days, and that allow you to automatically become diamond for free. So you don't have to pay another the difference between the gold and diamond, and you automatically become, your status become diamond, and you earn basically as a diamond member, and you buy as a diamond member. Now, if you can't do right away for whatever reason at gold, you can start with Plankton package. So Plankton package is $900 you invest, and you launch in your first 30 days. It has to happen within your first 30 days. You help 4 people to launch their VDM. And again, they have to be silver at least. They launch their VDM, and now you're qualified to become a diamond for free. Okay, so silver package is the next way. You launch your VDM as $560 silver package, and now you help 6 people to launch their VDMs in your first 30 days. And it has to happen within your first 30 days in order for you to be able to go to diamond for free. Now, the retailer package, you launch at $169, and you help 8 people to launch their VDMs, and they have to be silver and up, and that has to happen within your first 30 days. And once that happens, you're qualified automatically to become diamond for free. So I got to mention that a lot of people in the team that I've seen, they launch VDMs right away when they get started, and they started as smaller packages. They were qualified to become a diamond for free, but they still wanted to pay the $3,500 and complete the payments of $3,500 to become a diamond, because once you pay for $3,500, you get the product, and you cannot build a business without supply. So even though it's a choice for you to become a diamond for free or complete the payment of $3,500, most people choose to complete the payment, because for $3,500 you actually get a lot of product, which is your business supply, and it helps you to build your business. Okay, so now that you're a diamond, basically you maximize your earning potential by as much as 10 times, and now you also increase your buying power by as much as 40%. So now you're diamond, you accomplish your first target. Congratulations! Most people accomplish this in their first day by paying for diamond package, and some they basically become a diamond in their 7 days right away. So you want to become a diamond as soon as possible. So now the Diamond Challenge IA bonus is really, really exciting, because what we have here on this slide is amazing, but we have a promotion that's not on this slide. I'm just going to quickly touch base on that. So you achieve diamond within 30 days from the day you join, and you receive up to $1,000 retail normally. You get an extra $1,000 product normally. So normally diamond package give you, when you join as a diamond right away, you get $5,000 worth of product. So you invest $3,500 as a diamond member, you buy the diamond package, and you get $5,000 worth of product normally in the pay plan, and you get, once you do that in your first 30 days, you get an extra $1,000 Diamond Challenge IA bonus. So you actually receive, for $3,500, you get $6,000 worth of shopping. Okay, so that's what normally in the past 10 years it's been. For the $3,500, you get $6,000 worth of shopping once you launch in your first 30 days. But right now, as of 2 days ago, wait a minute, yeah, as of Sunday night, we have a promotion, a special promotion for the beginning of 2016, right before the convention on April, where instead of receiving $6,000 shopping spree, we actually get double IA. So actually you receive $9,500 worth of product when you invest as a diamond package in your first 30 days. How amazing is that? You invest $3,500 Canadian dollar, and you get $9,500 retail value back in product. What kind of business will give you that? Even as a customer, it makes perfect sense, right? So that's the special promotion that we have right now. And now, if you couldn't right away, basically you can start as a gold member, and you invest $1,900. Basically, you invest $1,800, and you get up to $1,925 back in product. Okay, and you can start at any of these packages. Like the Plankton package gives you $835 worth of product. The silver package gives you $585 worth of product, and the retail package doesn't give you any product. So you could start at any package that you can, and in your first 30 days, you make the upgrade, you make the payment, you complete the $3,500 in your first 30 days, you become a diamond, and if that happened anytime before the April 7th, from now until April 7th, you actually get or your consultant will actually get $9,500 worth of shopping, but normally it's only $6,000 worth of shopping they get. But it's amazing because even the silver package, you invest for a silver package, you already get more product. Even without promotion, you already get more product in return than your investment. And really, when I look at this business is absolutely amazing, and it's 100% risk-free, because you got so much beautiful, luxury, precious commodity back in return for your investment. And now you have a business that can pay you multi-million-dollar residual income on an annual basis. All right, so now that we got the diamond, the first target out of the way, let's talk about what's the next target. So the next target for you is to join the elite in the CDSE. So what does that mean? What is CDSE? Well, CDSE stands for Corp Diplomatic School of Excellence. Okay, so give me a second. There's some background noise. If I could, let me just, because I'm just going to mute. Okay, great. So Corp Diplomatic stands for, CDSE stands for Corp Diplomatic School of Excellence. This is the emerging and the elite group of leaders who have taken their business seriously and have gone above and beyond to ensure their success. Members of this exclusive elite group have privileges that are not available to other members, to all the members of GWT. So you can read and to learn more about each of the CDSE and how simple it is to become a member. I can tell you, when I got started in global world trade, I was 23 years old. I was a university student, and I was learning to become an engineer, and I loved business. And I was already 3 years in university, and I was sick and tired of studying every night and spent tons of money. I mean, I spent over $35,000 just in university, in tuition fee, every textbook, God knows how much it cost me. And when I was, after 3 years, when I look at my 3 years of studying, I spent so much money and I got basically nowhere. So I didn't want to start, and I loved business. I always wanted to learn business. And I didn't want to spend another $35,000 and spend another 10, 12 years in university to learn business. So I wanted to learn the profession. I wanted to be a professional business owner, and I wanted to learn how to. I was looking for ways to become a professional business owner, to learn business techniques without needing to go through 7, 8 years of university and spending, you know, another $30,000, $40,000 on tuition fees. So when I saw GWT, I saw how working with these elite group of CDSE can allow me to learn business at the highest level that can be possible. Learn from business owners who are already producing $1 million results. I mean, build $1 million businesses. Learn from these guys, work with them, produce results, and really earn while you learn, or learn while you learn. And that is what CDSE is about. CDSE is about creating leaders. CDSE is about helping people to reach their full potential. CDSE is about helping you to get you to places that you couldn't even imagine yourself to be. CDSE is about you becoming a person that your family, your friends couldn't even recognize you. They can't even see what a powerful person, what a powerful leader you became, and they want to find out what university, what Oxford, what university you went, and what kind of mentors and what kind of money you spent to become this powerful person. I mean, if you ask people who know me 7 years ago, before I joined GWT, like Reza was talking about this, you would have not recognized me, the person that I used to be. But the reason I became this great speaker, the reason I became the reason I travel, I get to travel around the world, work with many individuals, support people, coach them, mentor them, and help them to also they become successful in their business. And the reason we all the GWT, all the CDSE leaders are very effective at creating leaders in the world and producing results is because of what CDSE is up to, and that's what we are up to, creating leaders. So you want to be part of this group. You want to learn from this group. You want to be part of this community of elites in GWT. So you will also, once you're part of it, you will also get a sneak peek into the many incentives and bonuses that are available to luxury consultants who get admitted into the CDSE. Now, the CDSE is not about learning. It's not about only learning. You know, university, I remember my university days was like the big classes and the textbooks and learning and studying and not sleeping and the stress and exams and all that. GWT CDSE is not about that. CDSE is about rewards, about fun, about incentives, about bonuses, about luxury lifestyle and fun and living life to its full potential while you're learning and growing and expanding and having fun and enjoying the luxury life, okay? So let me give you a sneak peek. So after you became a diamond, your next target is to become a diplomat. And becoming a diplomat is just the entrance ticket to CDSE. Okay, so become a diplomat and qualify for a shopping spree. It's an entrance, and within the entrance ticket, you already get free shopping spree. So what are the qualifications? All you have to do to become a diplomat is help 3 people to launch their VDM as diamond packages. So help 3 people, 3 diamonds to launch their VDMs. And as soon as you help 3 people personally to join the business, launch their VDM, and upgrade to diamond, they now automatically you're a diamond. And now if you become a diamond in your first 30 days, basically achieving diplomat class within the first 30 days of your launch date, then you will receive up to $2,000 retail value in product as a shopping spree. How amazing is that? You got into the CDSE, this elite club group, and now you got $2,000 worth of shopping for you to go ahead and buy beautiful fairy pieces. Okay, so you also will get awarded a pin, a diplomat pin that you can wear proudly, and you receive a certificate. So how exciting is that? Now, that was your second target. What's your third target? Your third target is to become an ambassador. And as soon as you become an ambassador, you're qualified to be on a free 5-day cruise. How cool is that? The cruising, imagine 5 days, spending 5 days on a luxury, beautiful cruise with all the high achievers, $100,000 per month earners, $1 million earners, people who produce massive results, people who travel the world, people who help hundreds of people, tens of thousands of to make tens of thousands of dollars on monthly basis. Leaders who are selfless and they're out there to support people, and you get to spend 5 days on the cruise with these people, disconnected from the world, disconnected from your phones and your computers, and be with these people, party, have fun, eat, sleep, and do everything that you want to do on that cruise, and learn from them, pick their brain, and enjoy life. And that cruise, the next cruise, is actually happening on April. We're so excited. I'm so excited to be able to have the privilege and the honor to spend 5 days with all the high achievers of GWT on that cruise. So what are the qualifications? It's very simple, very easy. You help 10 people to launch their VDMs, and they could launch at any package, minimum silver package. 10 people to launch their VDMs, and out of that 10 people, help 3 of them to become diplomats. So help 3 of them to become diplomats means each basically launch 3 diamonds. So 3 people become diplomats, and in total 10 people launch their VDMs, and now you're ambassador. I know for facts that there are people in Europe who actually became an ambassador in 15 days. There are people that I work with them in Europe. There are people that I work with them in USA, in Canada, all around the world that became ambassadors, and some of them became ambassadors in 7 days. Some of them became ambassadors in 5 days. I know Nigeria has the shortest time record for ambassadors. So it's very simple and easy to become an ambassador. Now, if you become an ambassador in your first 30 days from the day that you got started, you will receive an extra up to $10,000 retail value shopping spree. So now you get $10,000 ferry locks on top of the cruise, basically to go on this annual cruise. And this is an annual cruise that you can, it happens once in a year. It includes your boarding pass. Airfares are not included. Okay, so you also will get awarded with the pin, gold shirt, and the certificate, and will you receive your cruise poster. Okay, are you excited or what? Now, the next target. So what's your next target? The next target after becoming an ambassador. The regional ambassador is really exciting because once you become a regional ambassador, you will be qualified for an exotic vacation. So exotic vacation, and I had the honor to be on that exotic vacation on June 2014. So what are the qualifications? You help 16 people to personally launch their VDM. And they get started, and basically for 6 months, these 16 people stay on their monthly inventory account. So 16 people for 6 months, you help 16 people to launch their VDM, and they stay for 6 months on monthly inventory account. And you help all of them to become successful, and out of all of them that you're going to help, at least one of them reach the ambassador status. Okay, as you see, the Corp Diplomatic School of Excellence is all about developing other people. It's all about helping other people, because the culture of GWT is help other people to change their lives, and as a result of that, your life will change. Okay, so the only way for you to change your life and become successful is to help other people to become successful and reach their dreams, and as a result of that, you become automatically successful. So the becoming regional ambassador is for you to help 16 people to launch their VDMs, start a new business, and help all of them to become successful, and at least one of them become an ambassador. And now, so then you pass the next qualification, and the other qualification is you earn an average of $5,000 in the binary commissions for at least 3 months. So you have 3 months that you make an average of 5,000. And so that basically is $50,000 group volume from your team coming to the company in at least 1 month. That way you pass all the qualification and you're qualified to be on the luxury, well, on the exotic vacation. So the rewards, once that qualifications are done, you basically get on an ambassador, the regional ambassador exotic vacation. All the airfares are included from Toronto. It's a 5-star luxury resort. You will be on that luxury resort with the executive team and other qualified RAs. Okay, so really, really exciting, because I was on that RA trip, and I know that this is a class of its own. I've been on so many vacations, so many resorts, so many places, but it's different when you're on an exotic vacation with millionaires of GWT, with the executive team, with the CEO who created the 16 millionaires in the world. I can tell you, we had our own butlers, we had our own suites, walking from our room, from our balcony to the swimming pool, and we had our own chocolate menus and pillow menus and the best food, the best restaurants in the world. Everything was included. So I can't tell you enough on this webinar how amazing this trip was. So I can't wait for the next trip. There are some rumors that the next trip could be or might be somewhere on the east side of the world, but we'll see where it's going to be. So I'm really excited for the next trip. Get yourself, you still have time, get yourself on the exotic vacation. So you will be also awarded with the pin, shirt, and the certificate. You will be recognized on the corporate social media page, and also you will receive your vacation poster. Man, this is exciting. The GWT luxury lifestyle, how exciting it is. So Now, the next target is to become national ambassador. How do you become a national ambassador? Once you become a national ambassador, you get qualified for a luxury car, ladies and gentlemen. How do you get qualified for the luxury car? So all you gotta do is help 32 people personally. You help 32 people to launch their VDM. Okay, at any package, they become consultants, and basically they stay on their IA for 6 months consecutively. So for 6 months, 32 people stay on the IA for 6 months, and you help all of them to become successful, but finally one of them, at least one of them, hit the regional ambassador class, the class of regional ambassador. You help everybody to become successful, and everybody's are on that marathon, and one of them finally make it, at least one of them. And some of you might create 3, 4, 5, 10, and some of you might create 32 regional ambassadors. But we need only one in order for you to get qualified for national ambassador. So one of them become a regional ambassador, and you should be earning an average, once that happens, you should be earning an average of $10,000 in binary commissions per month for at least 3 months. I can tell you, people who are at national ambassador, they hit national ambassador, some of them are making $100,000 per month. So automatically, when you hit that qualification, you're making an average minimum $10,000 in the binary commission for 3 months, and that basically means that your team is bringing an average of $250,000 in group volume per month. Okay, those numbers will happen automatically as you help people to reach towards their dreams. The numbers will automatically happen, and you get the qualification. So your focus should be on getting 32 people personally in the business, and show them the power of IA, and help them to stay on their IA, support them to stay on their IA, and help them to build the business, become ambassador, become regional ambassador. And once one of them become a regional ambassador, automatically those numbers happen, and you get qualified for the luxury car. So once you get qualified for national ambassador, the rewards are basically you basically will be driving you will be driving a BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, Lexus, Cadillac, or Porsche. You can pick one of these models that you love. I mean, I know I love to receive my Porsche, and I'm pushing it. 2016 is my year to get my Porsche, and you will be driving that car for 18 months, prepaid for 18 months by GWT, and basically the lease or the payment is on monthly basis $1,500 the company covers. So the company covers $1,500 on monthly basis on your behalf for 18 months. I personally would love to drive my car in beautiful Barcelona. I'm telling you, 2016 will happen. I'm going to drive that beautiful car in Europe, between Barcelona, Switzerland, Italy, Germany, and other parts of Europe. I'm going to go visit my dad with my luxury car that I got it for free from the company. It's on my vision board, and I know it's going to happen this year. I don't know how many more people in Europe will be driving their luxury car with me. So let's get ready, team. You will also get awarded with the genuine gold pin. It's a gold pin, shirt, and the certificate. You will get recognition on the corporate social media page, obviously, and you get your luxury car poster. Ladies and gentlemen, it's on my vision board. 2016 will happen. I cannot wait. I'm visualizing it every single day, and I know many of you on this call also will receive your car this year, and will be on that cruise and on that vacation with us as well. Okay. All right, so what's the next target? Well, after you got the car, now you get to get the exotic car, and by becoming a global ambassador. So how do you become a global ambassador? So you help 64 people to launch their VDM, and they stay for IA. They stay on IA for 12 months. Okay, for 12 months consecutively. And you help everybody to become successful in GWT. You support everybody to accomplish their dreams, and at least one of them have very big dreams like you, and they want to become national ambassador, and one of them become a national ambassador. Once that happens, you also earning at an average of $20,000 per month for at least 3 months, you're earning that. And I can tell you, we have national ambassadors making $100,000 per month. Global ambassadors, probably you're going to be making way more than that. And that's probably bringing an average of $1 million in group volume per month that pay you an average of $20,000 in binary commission, and that gives you the global ambassador status. Okay, so your focus should be to get 64 people in the business personally, help everybody to become successful, and one of them will reach the national ambassador, or maybe more than one. Okay, so once that happens, you're a global ambassador. You will be basically qualified. You're qualified for the exotic car program. You will be driving either a Lamborghini, Rolls-Royce, Aston Martin, or Bentley for 18 months, prepaid by Global World Trade. 18 months. It's a monthly payment of $3,000 per month that GWT covers for you. Okay, so it's amazing. I can already tell you I'm driving either a Lamborghini or I'm driving an Aston Martin. Okay, so we'll decide between those two once the time is there. But you know, it's amazing for 18 months. You're driving this car, and if you're asking what happened after 18 months, you requalify again. By that time, you're making like 10 times. So you make so much money that you could like buy one of these cars yourself. So it's exciting. I mean, you would be able to drive these cars like as national ambassador, but it's exciting that you can get it for free, like a Lamborghini, driving a Lamborghini for free. Like, are you kidding me? I can't wait. So so basically, you will be also awarded with a genuine gold pin, a shirt, and a certificate. You will be recognized on the corporate social media page, and you will receive your exotic car poster. How exciting is this? The GWT lifestyle is the lifestyle that you help and support people to change their lives to become successful, and as a result of that, you will be awarded by cash, by income. You change your life by free cars, by free vacations, free cruise, free product, luxury product, and what else do you need, really? Like, it's amazing. This is the previous year, last time that we were on the luxury vacation. As you see, we have how many people? Two. It was me, Sherry, Leor, Sean, Renee. That's it, 5 people, plus the executive team. So 5 or 6 people on this picture. I'm in the corner, so you can't see me, but if you could, you go to the next picture, you can see me somewhere here, right here. I'm sitting here. We're having dinner here on this picture on one of the Mexico Explorer. It was what was it? It was a pirate ship. It was such a fun day, and we visited some of the beautiful places in Mexico. I don't even know. It was just exotic places that we visited. As here, Rene received his luxury car, and here a bunch of our ambassadors received their cruises. So it's amazing, amazing. So, you know, in order for you to reach that 10K club, all you have to do is help 7 people to reach the ambassador. I don't have the slide in front of me. You help 7 people to reach the ambassador pin, and they become ambassadors. 7 people in your team, they don't even have to be sponsored by you. When 7 people in your team became ambassadors, you automatically become part of 10K per month club earners. So go ahead, write down your destination. If you don't know your destination, if you get in the car, you don't know where you're going, you're going to end up anywhere, right? But you need to know your destination and put that destination in your GPS. You need to have your map. You need to have your destination, write it down in your GPS. So here, write it down on grab a piece of pen and paper, write down your name, write down today's date, write down your target. I'm going to accomplish my cruise by this date, okay? So I'm going to accomplish my vacation by this date. I'm going to accomplish my luxury car national ambassador by this date. I'm going to accomplish my luxury car regional ambassador regional ambassador vacation by this date, national ambassador luxury car by this date, and exotic car program global ambassador by this date. And I forgot to tell you, for national ambassador and for Global Ambassador, for those of you who don't like to drive a car, you don't have driver license, whatever it is that you're not interested in a car, don't worry, we give you fairy mosh pieces, 21 karat gold fairy mosh pieces. You can get that instead of a car. But hey, listen, I love the car. I love to drive the car. So write it down. Write down your destination. Where is your destination? Where are you going? What date? Okay, so that was for the targets. The targets of global world trade. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, please go ahead and write down your question. I can answer your questions. I'm going to walk you through the next 30-day training. What I call next 30-day training is actually, I call next 30-day training the GPS, the map. Okay, so when you know your destination, now you need to know the map, how to get to that destination. And I call the next 30-day training the map, the GPS. Without a map, without a destination, doesn't matter how big is your destination, how excited you are to get to your destination. If you don't have a proper map, if you don't have a proper coaching, if you don't have someone to guide you, you basically will get lost. I mean, yes, I want to go to New York City, I want to go to LA, I want to go to Italy, but I don't have a map, I don't have a GPS. I'm not going to ask anyone to support me. I'm just going to get on the car and start driving. Hopefully one day I arrive to LA or arrive to New York or in Italy. I might end up in sinking in the water, or I might end up, I don't know where I'm going to end up. So it's pretty risky to start driving toward a destination that you don't have a GPS or map, right? So the next 30-day training is your map. So you need to have your map. You need to have your destination. You need to have your GPS to help you find where you're going and how far you are, how fast you are, and plus the GPS and map. I strongly suggest you to have some people to support you. Go to them, which I'm going to cover that in the next 30 days training. It actually tells you everything. So let me just check what you guys, if you guys can see my screen. Yes, you can see my screen. Okay, awesome. All right. So the next 30 days action plan is tell you where you're going, what roadmap, it's your roadmap, and at the same time it tells you the actions you need to take to be on the right track. Okay, so you really need this action plan. So what you're going to do is the next 30 days training, the first thing it's going to tell you is your target, your destination is to become a diamond, and you need to become a diamond in your first 7 days. So right, become a diamond and receive your $1,000 extra bonus. So it tells you that it tells you the destination, it tells you your target, it tells you the time that you should accomplish it, and it tells you the bonus and the reward you're going to get, okay? So in the next 7 days, you need to become a diamond, and once you become a diamond, you're going to receive $1,000 extra bonus, but right now, from now until April 7, you become a diamond, you will receive $9,500 worth of shopping spree, okay? So that's for your first target. The second target is after you become an ambassador, after you become a diamond, then second target is for you to become an ambassador. And for that, the roadmap, the next 30 day training action plan tells you that you should become an ambassador in your first 30 days. Once you become an ambassador in your first 30 days, you will get $22,000 in cash, product, and incentives with the fairy locks. Okay, so the $20,000 fairy includes the income, includes the incentives of $10,000 fairy locks, and the product. So everything that you get would be $22,000. Your GPS or your next 30 days action plan will tell you that you should be able to accomplish that destination within the next 30 days. Now, do everybody receive it? Probably not. Do you have to? No. Can you? Yes. Is it possible? Yes. You know, are you going to get rewarded more? Absolutely. You accomplish it, you get rewarded. Okay, but it's not an obligation. You don't have to do it. So don't put it in your head that if you don't accomplish it in your first 30 days, you failed or you lost. No, it's just a reward that if you receive it, you will get rewarded. All right. So now we're going to get you to accomplish now we're going to help you to get to that destination. So how we're going to help you is we're going to make sure that you're prepared. So the next 30 days action plan, your GPS, your roadmap is telling you the preparation. Before you get in your car and start driving towards Diamond and Ambassador, make sure you're prepared. Make sure you have the company information. The phone number, in case if you, along the way, you need the phone number for any questions, the fax number, the website, the email address, everything is on the website anyways. The G line, if you need the information to give to one of your prospects and you don't have any other access, so you have the G line. Make sure you're connected to all the updates from the company directly. So make sure on the Facebook, social media, you are liking the fan page of Global World Trade, so you can see all the update information, all the news. The training, make sure you're connected to the training, and you get all the mentorship. And that's happening in Forensic, in the Forensic Networker Nation. There's a fan page and there's a group. If you're not added to it, make sure you're added to it. Every piece of information will be helpful along the way toward your target, toward your destination. Every piece of information will be helpful, especially quality, legit information, such as Forensic Networker Nations trainings. Those informations are, I can't tell you how important they are. I can't tell you the mindset of Forensic Networker, how much that mindset will help you along the way. You know, when you're driving toward a destination, especially when it's a long drive, there are moments that you're going to fall asleep. There are moments that you're going to lose motivation. There are moments that you get tired. And those are the moments that you need to go and log into your Forensic Networker Nation group, Forensic Networker fan page, and start reading those motivational stuff in order for you to stay up, in order for you to stay excited, stay motivated, stay inspired, and keep going, okay? On the YouTube page, we also have videos. There's a lot of people love reading, but also tons of people love listening. I'm a listening person. I don't like to read. My eyes get tired when I read. So I like to listen, audiobooks. So go on YouTube and find Global World Trade page and like the page, and there are tons of videos from our CEO, from our top earners. Just start listening to those while you're going towards your destination, because these videos will keep you excited, will keep you inspired, will keep you up until you make it to your destination. So company events, never, ever, ever, ever miss an event, ever. It's a big mistake. It costs you to miss an event than anything. It costs you years of success. It costs you tons of money that you could have made and you would have made, but you missed on making those money and missed on accomplishing and arriving to your destination faster years before because you missed a convention, because you missed a training. Do not miss events, okay? So we have events, advanced training webinars happening every single Sunday. God knows for the past 8 years in GWT, I haven't missed a single Sunday. Not only I'm on the Sunday night Eastern Standard Time when I'm in Canada, but I'm also on the Sunday night Central Europe time. When I'm in Europe, I'm on the Sunday night Central Europe time, but also on the Eastern Standard Time. And you know there are people on this call who are on both calls. Now I'm not going to tell you you have to stop living and be on these calls all the time. No, but be on the Sunday night every single night, at least at one of the time zones. Whether if it's a funeral a funeral, friends or family or whatever, or if it's a family dinner, or if it's a wedding night, my phone is on the webinar. I call in and my headphones are on. I'm participating in places that I have to participate. I'm still on the call. I do not miss these calls. Okay, now if you're a leader, you should be training these calls, because when people hearing you training, they get inspired by your voice, by your motivation, by your passion, and they want to become you. They step up to become the next Azanet, the next Tanina, the next Reynaldo, the next Hadas, the next Christina, the next Marshall. They want to become like you, and when people in your team want to become like you, step up to training, that's when your residual income is guaranteed. Okay, your business is stable. But until you don't have people in your team who want to become like you, your business is not guaranteed, because you're not an inspiring person yet. You need to become that person that inspires people. And Sunday night webinars and Tuesday night webinars is a great, great place for you to inspire your people. Okay, so the Sunday night trainings are happening every Sunday at 9:15 p.m. in the Eastern Standard Time and in the Central Europe Time, which is for Europe, Middle East, and Africa, which is the same time as right now. And also Tuesday night, like tonight, it's happening every single week at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time and Central Europe Time right now. So if you're somebody who is new in the business, your target should be to be on this call to learn, and then your target should be on this call to learn to present, okay, and have your teams on it to support your teams. And then at some point today on this call is you should be on this call to learn, basically to help people to become a trainer. So last time I was on the call was 2.5 years ago, was presenting. In the past 2.5 years, I've been in this call every single week watching the trainers, watching the people that I train to train these Tuesday night calls. And I'm again on the call to show you how it's been trained. Okay? So that's what you should be. That's what a leader does. A leader show up to learn, and then a leader show up to master, and then a leader show up to train. And then the leaders show up to train the trainer. Okay, learn that. That's the culture of CDSE. Show up to learn, show up to master, show up to train, and then show up to train the trainer. And then after that, you can go to the beach and enjoy. Okay, so now, so that's a Tuesday night call. Show up to learn, show up to master, show up to train, and show up to train the trainer, and then you can go to the beach. Now, the monthly local and regional events, if we have 30 to 40, sometimes less or more, members in every market, in every city, we normally do live boot camps, okay? Live boot camps every single month, and it happens once in a month, either once or second Saturday of the month. A boot camp starts from 9, 10 a.m. in the morning, goes to 5 p.m. A to Z of the business get covered. In a room with all the members in the room. It happens live. Okay? But in order for that boot camp to happen, you need to have at least 15 to 20 to 30 people and leaders to be able to step up to train. That is the reason leaders travel around the world. That's why I travel to markets that has 30, 40 people already in the market, and to do the boot camp for them and do the power tour. Now, if you don't have 30, 40 people in your team, no worries. So every month that actually broadcasted, so you can actually attend a broadcasted boot camp that's being broadcasted live from Toronto until you have 30, 40 people in your team and leaders willing to step up to train, or leaders who travel to the market. And then after that, you would be able to have your own live boot camp, and we have a standard format for that as well. So ask your offline about that. And then the next one is the annual convention. Man, you cannot miss annual convention. I can tell you, after attending annual, you will the same ever. Okay. Before I attend the first GWT convention in 2010, I just thought GWT is just another, network marketing company. I just thought, here's another company, and maybe it's a little bit better than other network marketing companies. Here's maybe another company like Scotiabank that I was working with. Maybe it's just a place for people who work and make money. That's all I thought GWT is, right? And I thought for some people it works, some people it doesn't work, but that's fine. If it doesn't work for me, it's okay. I'm going to go and start something else. That's what I thought what GWT is. And many of you who haven't attended convention yet, that's how you think what GWT is. You think GWT is just another company that will help you to make money, and if it doesn't help you, that's fine. You can find something else in the future. It's not the end of the world, okay? Until you attend convention. And when you attend convention, you realize that this is not just another company. This is the only place that can change an average person's life. You will start having a new perspective about your life, about your business, about residual income, about the future, about why you're in this world even, for a purpose. Okay, so GWT convention will change your life. After 2010, after I attended the first annual convention, on Sunday night when I got home, I was just shocked what just happened this weekend, because I was not the same Maria that I walked into GWT 6 months before. Okay, so everything changed. I start pushing it, And within 6 months, within 2 months actually, within 2 months, I got on the top earners list because of attending convention. The actions I was taking, the energy that I had, I did not recognize myself. I didn't know where that energy came from, and who was the person making 250 calls per day, and inviting and putting 20 guests in front of 20 guests in a regional event tour in the room. I didn't recognize that person, and it was all because the inspiration and the power I got from convention. Do not miss convention. This convention is the 10th annual convention. It's happened. The next one, this big, will happen probably 15 years later. Do not miss this one. If you miss this one, I can tell you, like, I don't know if there's anything else in the world that matters. You cannot miss this convention. Make it to Toronto on April 7th at any cost. And we have incentives right now for you to be able to get to Toronto for free and stay in Toronto for free. Your flights, your hotel, everything is paid off by the team leaders, because we want you to make it to convention. We know how important it is. We've been on the other side of the world, and we know that you cannot miss convention. You cannot miss convention. One of the conventions I remember that I got into an accident in the morning, Friday morning. I got into a car accident, and I was literally dealing with the police, with the ambulance. I called my upline, Leon, and I said, I got into an accident. I don't think if I make it to convention. And he said, if you're in the ambulance and you're injured, tell them to, instead of taking you to the hospital, tell them to bring you to convention. That's how important it is. You need to be in the convention. Okay? That's how I don't know how else I can tell you that convention is important, not because convention is important to us, but because this is crucial for your life and for your business if you're serious to change your life. It's important for you to be in this event. Okay? Now, you have the preparation, you know the event, you know where the resources for you to get the preparation, get the inspiration, get the support. Now, we're not going to tell you to go ahead and start getting to your destination on your own. We're actually going to give you 5 successful people that we call them My Fives in your team who are your upline. We're going to give them these 5 people to be there for you when you need support. When you have questions, when you need support, when you come across those people who tell you this thing is another scam, it's not going to work, you're wasting your time, you need someone out there to have your back, to support you, to motivate you, to inspire you, to help you answer questions, to pick you up when you're disappointed, when you are negative, when you're, hopeless. We need these 5 people are going to be there for you in your journey. They're going to be, I'm going to tell you, the 5 people upline that you're going to have, you're going to work with them in the next 3 to 5 years, okay? And these people become closer to you than your siblings, than your husband, than your wife. They are your friends. They become your second family. They're going to be talking to you every day. They're going to, you feel free to call them. You feel free to send them a message. You feel free to go ahead and talk to them about anything that you're dealing with that's stopping you from building your business. So these are the people that you want to build relationship. This is your second family. Go ahead, learn their names, call the person who sponsored you and ask them, who is your My 5 upline? Okay? Ask them, who is your My 5 upline? Learn their story, learn how did they join, what's their background, how much money they're making, if they're successful. I mean, most of them are successful. They're Diplomat and Ambassadors and up. Ask about their tips, pick their brain, spend time with them, do a Skype call with them. Doesn't matter where they're in the world. They don't have to be in your city. If they're in your city, call them and take them out for a coffee. Take them out for dinner or lunch and just pick their brains. Have them give you some tips, some mentorship, some support, okay? And if they're not in your city, that's okay. If you're not in your city, do a Skype call. Do a Skype call day with them. Spend an hour on the call, learn from them. Have them give you training, give you tips. These are the 5 people that you should go to them every time, every single time you're talking to a prospect. They're gonna support you. They're gonna be available for 3-way calls. So those are your My 5 support. Make sure every single person you introduce to GWT business, you connect them to their My 5 either by email or by Facebook chat or by Skype or by phone call. Connect your new people to their My 5. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to do is, again, before even you know your destination, Before even you know your target, you need to know why you're traveling. You need to know why you're getting in the car. You need to know why you're joining GWT. So your why is your intention. Your why is your dream. Why you joined GWT. Why in the first place you decided to have a business. What do you want GWT to do for your life? In other words, I ask people, what would an extra $3,000 to $5,000 per month do for your life? And they write down what would they do with extra $3,000 to $5,000 monthly, with extra $5,000 to $10,000 per month. What would they do? And that's their why. Make sure you are crystal clear on your why. Because if you don't know your intention, if you don't know why you're doing this, anything can stop you. Now, when I get in the car and I start driving toward New York, somewhere on the way, it's 10 hours drive, I might get tired. If I don't have a strong enough intention, when I get tired, I'm just going to turn around and come back. But if I have a strong intention, I know why I'm going to New York City. What in New York City is waiting for me, I'm going to keep driving. And when I have obstacles, I'm going to find different ways to get to New York City. When one way is closed, doesn't work, I find another way. I find another way. I find another way. I might get to New York City later, but I'm going to make sure I get to New York City when I have an intention. If you don't have an intention, you get tired, you get frustrated, guess what's going to happen? You're going to turn around. You're going to give up. Okay? So get crystal clear on your why. And when your new member gets started, have them get crystal clear. Write it down, their why, and put it on their mirror and send it to you. So when they want to turn around, and go back, remind them of the intention. Remind them of their why. Okay? So that's very, very important. Make sure that, oops, what happened? Make sure that you have the tools. Your tools are very, very important. We have the catalog. As God knows, I have a pack of catalog everywhere I go. I leave one, but I have a pack with me on my carry-on when I travel. I have one in my purse. I have 5 in my carry-on. And the flights, in the airplane, in the airport, in the bus, in the hotel. That's the thing. That's the thing that I pull out when I'm meeting and people, and I build relationship, and they ask me, where are you going, why you're here. I tell them about my business. I pull out the catalog. I show them the catalog. I leave my information in the back of the catalog, and I leave it with them. And that's how you get, surprise sales, and you get surprise members calling you. Surprisingly, people calling you and asking you how they can join your business. So your catalog is an important tool. I'm in a wedding, invited in a wedding. I put with my makeup, I put a catalog in my purse. I'm invited in a family dinner with my stuff in my purse. I put a catalog. So have your catalog everywhere with you, so you can use it when people ask you what are you up to in life. Have your forensic system. Have your promotional materials. Have your your forensic is very important. I have to carry my forensic books and forensic DMO and WMO all around the world with me, and because they are my tools, they are the resource that help me to get to destination. You cannot leave these things behind. So I listen to that forensic almost every day. I train them every week for the team. We do trainings for forensic trainings every week. I listen to them personally. I constantly talk to Ramin and talk to offline about forensic chapters and forensic stuff. Those are the conversations that we have about the forensic. The forensic is important. Get on forensic. All right, so now that you know your preparation, you know your tools, you know everything, so now let's get started. So how do you get started? You launch your VDM. First thing you want to do, and make sure your members that launch their VDM to do, is to download their BIF, business in a file. It's in your back office. Click on the dashboard, under the dashboard resources, tools and resources, and then find the business in a file, BIF, and everything on that business in a file, you should be reviewing it. I remember when I joined Global World Trade, my first week, what I did was, even before I make my decision, I went to my upline, or the person who was showing me the business, and I asked them to give me some of the information. And they sent me all this information in the business in a file. It included the president letter to people, the CEO letter. So I took all those stuff and I went to a Starbucks, and I spent 3-4 hours to just read all these documents, the president letter, the lunch pad, next 3 days training, everything in that BIF. I study all of those, or maybe it was my own stuff that I learned right away. So I study, I read, I review, I sit down, I wrote down my why, I wrote down my targets, I wrote down why I'm doing this business, and at the end of 4 hours, I was ready to go. I was a different person. So make sure to do it. And also, once you launch your VDM, if you're still ran up, make sure to go ahead and order your $500 shopping spree. The $500 shopping spree has limited time of, I believe, 30 days to 30 to 60 days for you to order those products. We want you to order right away because we don't want you to walk around, talk about business without product. Okay, so right away, go ahead and order your $500. If your member do not order their $500 after 3rd and 4th month, guess what's going to happen? They don't have access to it. So you can actually lose that $500 shopping spree. So make sure when you launch a VDM, they have to be still ran up, obviously. And the first thing you want to do is have them to order their $500 right away in their first week. Otherwise, they're going to not have access to it after a couple of months. So share with everyone. Talk to everybody. One of the major mistakes people make in this business, 2 mistakes you can make in this business. Not talking to people, or if you talk to very few people, 1 or 2, you talk too much. You give them so much information that you almost talk them out of the business. So don't do that. Talk to a lot of people and talk to them and give them a little bit, very little bit, and let them come back and ask you for more, okay? So on social media is an amazing platform. It's a platform that gives you access to people all around the world. I mean, I think Facebook, Instagram, Twitter are the only tools that give you access to people all around the world who are looking for an opportunity. So all you have to do is post the beautiful pictures on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook if you like. And follow the corporate pages, you will be able to have access to beautiful pictures that corporate posts, and you could share those posts and with a message, with a hashtag that says, ask me how, getting paid to wear, ask me for $500 free shopping spree or $9,500 free shopping spree, and start your online designer mall or launching your virtual designer mall and getting paid to wear. So by posting those kind of messages with a beautiful picture of the product that you could find them on the corporate page, you would be able to create curiosity on social media, and people from all around the world, they start to follow you and ask you about more information. So now we've done a lot of training. I'm not going to get into training on social media. If you're interested to learn more about building your business from social media, which is one of the tens and hundreds of tools that you would be able to build your business, you can privately send me a message or send one of your offline a message, and they will connect you to the right training. We've done hours of training on using social media. So that's one way, but it's very simple. It's nothing complicated. Email campaigns are awesome. There are still people who don't use the social media. That's fine. You could use email to connect with people. Again, you don't want to send a lot of information. That's only the mistake that people make in this industry is by talking a lot or sending a lot of information. When you send messages, I recommend you not to send links. I recommend you to send messages that create curiosity and interest, and you want them to get back to you and ask you questions, okay? So family and friends, again, send a quick message. I just launched my VDM with a high-end luxury designer company from Canada, and I basically get paid to wear. I'm really, really excited. I would love to show you some stuff, and do not send them links, and let them get back to you. Do not send them a lot of information. Let them get back to you, and they ask you, so then that you can give them more information. So start your list. This is something that I do before, right after people write their why. But here's the reinforce. The first thing you want to do after people write their why, and you want them to write their list. So have them to write a list of 250 people, and then and highlight the 7 hot shots. And then you work with them. After they write their list and write their 7 hot shot names, you want to work with them on the script and the approach training. So work with them on approach and script. And I personally, and this is my personal thing, you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but I personally practice with a new member. We role play. We mock and role play a couple of the scripts. I give them I let them to approach me. I approach them. I approach other people, and I have them watch me how I answer questions, how my posture, how I talk to people, how I not give so much information. I just say a few words, and I get them to get interested. I show them how to build like and trust and how to ask questions, learning the art of asking right questions. I do those things before I get them to start calling their list. Okay, so you got to do those things. Even if a telemarketing job you get, a job in McDonald's you get, you still have trainings. And if you expect your member to be able to have success without any training, it's kind of like an unreasonable expectation. You want people to get trained, and if you're not good at mocking and role playing and approaching people, guess what? Use your My5. Those are the places that you should be using your My5 to train your new consultant before you put them on the court and have them to go talk to people that they're not even they're not comfortable yet. Schedule your home branding party right away, immediately. Your home branding party could be a tour party, like you invite a bunch of friends and family and have your upline to show up and present the business for those of them who want to see the business. So it could be just it could be directly just for selling product. Just have a branding party, play games, have fun. Some have some refreshment and have a product and with the list and some laptops and some price lists, and have them to just buy product and sign them on as a VIP and show them how they can buy the product right away from the table, or they can place orders or buy their products from their VIP account on monthly pay plan. So, your branding party could be either way. It doesn't have to be one way. It could be for selling product, or it could be for showing the business opportunity. So it's very, very exciting. Again, we have so much training, hours of training on branding parties and home tours that you could go ahead and ask your upline to connect you to. And your pipeline is very, very important. Keep your pipeline full of all times with 20 to 30 candidates. What is pipeline? Pipeline is your list of candidates that you want to show them this business at any given time. Utilize the following techniques to keep your prospect pipeline full all the time. 7-8 years in the business, you think I'm still working with the same 250 people list that I started the business with? Absolutely not. I show some of them the business, some of them I realize they have no interest, and I start generating new leads. Meeting new people all the time. You send 5 introductory emails on daily basis to the people that you're meeting on daily basis. And again, your emails should be very short and should not have so much information. The least you give information, the more success you will have. Your emails should be intriguing, that when they receive it, they get intrigued, that they want to reply and ask questions. So it shouldn't have links, it shouldn't have information, it should be just asking a few questions or something intriguing, maybe a beautiful picture of the product with some exciting messages that intrigue the person who received the email, that they want to reply and ask, give me more information. And then you get on a call with them. Send out lookbooks to your clients, lookbooks of products. Post one of the GWT promoting flyers or the pictures on your social media with an exciting, intriguing message. Contact your list and make appointments, and constantly go to places to generate leads. Constantly go to places. And again, we have tons of trainings on how to generate leads, how to generate prospects. Because when you're in the business, you start your business. I mean, this is not only for GWT business or direct sales industry. It's for any type of business you're part of. Whether if you're a traditional business, you start with your close friend and family, let them know that you started your store or your restaurant or your barber shop, and you let them know if they come, they're gonna give a special deal, right? You start with your friend and family, any business, but then that calls the warm market. But then at some point, you finish your warm market, and then you have to get into the cold market, advertising, going to places that people that you don't know them and they don't know you, they get to know you and they come and use your services and products. So, you got to start getting to your cold market at some point. So some people, I tell them about the business and they say, I don't know anybody. Well, obviously you don't know anybody. I mean, even if you knew anybody by now, that list would have been done. and you should get into a cold market. So cold markets are places that you could go and generate leads. Sherry Zhao is a queen of training on cold markets, meeting people in networking events, meeting people in meetup groups, meeting people in personal development courses, even how to approach people in the street, in shopping malls, and Sherry and Tammy are like the queen of that. So you got to learn how to do learn your business good enough from your warm market, practicing on your warm market, regardless of how many people will join your business or not, or buy from your business or not from your warm market. But at some point, you got to learn how to sell your business and your product in the cold market. And those are the skills that you will be developing, that your upline will teach you and train you on how to build your business from the cold market. So the next one is the branding party. Very easy, simple. Use your upline to do the branding party for you. Your first and second branding party should be with the president of your upline. So they should be, and I know my members in Germany launched their VDMs. They did a branding party, and I wasn't there. So I was online on the Skype call in the branding party, and all the members and all the guests, they were there, and they did their shopping, and they asked questions, and I was on the Skype call live, and I was answering questions. So make sure you use your upline for the branding parties. They could be very, very simple. Promote next, promote next, promote next. You're the business owner. You're in charge of your business. You got to promote your business. You should always be promoting the next event, whether that is the next branding party that you're hosting, or if it's or somebody else is hosting a branding party in your area. Who cares? You know, you show up and promote it. Special conference call, that's what's happening this Sunday, or any other conference call or webinar that's happening, hotel tours that's happening. You gotta promote it, man. You gotta promote it. You want to set the pace and the trend for all the luxury consultants and prospects by qualifying for the Diamond Challenge in 7 days. So if you become a diamond in the first 7 days, guess what's going to happen? The speed of the pack is the speed of the leader. So you become a diamond, everybody join your business, they become a diamond. You become an ambassador, everybody join your business, they become an ambassador in their first 30 days. So you get to show people what's possible. Okay? You show people what's possible. What the things that you do, you're able to duplicate. Okay? They see you sponsoring, 13 people, 5 people, 10 people in a month. Guess what's going to happen? They're going to say, well, she did it, I can do it too. So they're going to sponsor that number of people. They see you become an ambassador in your first 30 days. Guess what's going to happen? They're going to shoot for that. Okay? So you lead by example. You don't tell people what to do, okay, because you're not their manager or their boss. You don't tell them what to do. You show them by example. You become an example of how they should do their business. You do it. You get it done, and they will follow you, okay? So create a culture in your team. The lunch batch should become a culture in your team. Diamond, Diplomat, Ambassador. Diamond, Diplomat, Ambassador. Your focus should be to get as many people from your team as possible on that crew. Okay, that should be your focus. And once it happens, you're going to see the lightning speed grow toward the 10K per month income plan. Right. So launch the right culture in your team. A couple of cultures that you want to be aware. Okay, a few cultures that you want to be aware. I'm a regional ambassador, been in the company for 8 years, and sometimes I gotta just do a checkup from neck up. I gotta check out those cultures that was mentioned in GWT Next 30 Days Training Action Plan, if those cultures are present in my team right now. And sometimes they get not present because we get distracted, right? So the first one, the culture of connectivity. Check out from neck up. Is there a culture of connectivity in your team? The Tuesday night call, the Sunday night call webinars, is the culture in your entire team. Are you promoting it? Are you showing up to those calls? Do you do a training? Do you promote it to your team? Do you tell your team that you are and you were on the Sunday night call, on the Tuesday night call? Those are the questions you got to ask yourself, because if you're doing it, if you're promoting it, if you're showing up, if you're doing the training of those calls, guess what's going to happen? They in your team want to be like you, and they're going to do the same. So if the times are not working, then utilize your My5 or the recorded version. At this point, this is it was a year or 2 years ago that we didn't have the call for Europe and the Middle East, but right now we have it. So you have no excuse not to show up to the live webinar because it's happening in 2 time zones and it's live. It's happening 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's happening 9 p.m. Europe and Nigeria Standard Time. So if you don't show up to these calls, it just shows me that you don't have the right leadership. You're actually not serious about your life and about your dreams. Okay, so that's the first. So you show up to those calls. The next culture is connecting to your My5. So do you know your My5? Are you talking to your My5? How many times on a weekly basis do you actually talk to your My5? Do you send them a message? Do you ask them questions? Do you ask them to do training for you? Do you ask them to put you on a training to train? Okay, so do you constantly communicate with your team? When you're dealing with a challenge or concern in your team, do you go to your My5 to ask them to support you and give you coaching, or are you trying to resolve the issue yourself? Because if you're trying to resolve the issue yourself, that's the best way to destroy your momentum. Because when you're dealing with a concern or with a challenge in your team, you should not try to resolve it. You should go to My5, ask for their feedback, for their coaching, and in most cases, we step in and we resolve the issue. We don't let you to get involved. So you got to do that. You got to go to your My5. You got to ask them. They are experienced. Everything you're dealing and you're facing, they already went through it. They already went through it, and they know how to deal with it. Okay, so go to them. And then when you launch a new VDM, do you connect your new VDM to their My5? Or you're the only one that you want everybody to go to? Because if you're the one that you want to be the only one that everybody go to, and you isolate your team from your My5, that's the best way to destroy your business. You know why? Because you're going to drain yourself, and you only know so much. Okay? You're going to drain yourself. Your team going to expand all around the world. Everybody want a piece of you. You obviously don't know all the answers. Obviously, you don't have enough experience. And at some point, your team will get in trouble with you, and that destroys your momentum. Okay? But if you connect your team, your first member that started today, you connect them to the My5, 5 people. They can take over the whole world. They can support everybody. There are days that you want to be with your family, you want to be with your kids, you want to be with your husband, you want to be with your wife, you're sick, you're dealing with the issues, problems, whatever, and you cannot be available for that team member who is sponsoring 20 people per month. You cannot be available. Guess what? Now your upline will support that person. If you connected your person from day one to their My5, okay? So culture of attending and promoting the next live event. Do you promote, or are you waiting for your upline to promote it? Or are you waiting for your downline to promote it? Are you the one posting the next event on the group chat, on the emails, on the phone calls, on the text message? Are you the one telling people about the next event and telling them that they have to show up to the next local, national, international seminars and convention? Are you the one telling people that you got your ticket and you're flying to Toronto for convention? Are you the one that you're telling people that we're going to go together? I want you to come with me. We're going to fly together. We're going to find the best deal. We're going to go. We're going to get qualified for the incentive. Are you the one talking about these things, or you're quiet? Because guess what? If you're quiet and if you're not talking about flying to Toronto, your team is also sitting quiet and they're wondering if they should go to Toronto. And they're wondering if they should show up to the next webinar, if they're wondering if they should become an ambassador. And guess what? That's the best way to kill your business. Okay? The culture of speed. So, so basically the retention of your team, the number of people who are going to renew their accounts, the number of people who are going to stay on IA every single month has a direct reflection of your actions and your participation in the business. So if you look at your team and you see a lot of people are not renewing or not on IA or not participating in the business, not sponsoring, not building, not diplomats, guess what? That's a reflection of you not participating in the business. You're not promoting. You're not training. You're not showing up. That's the reflection. That is the reason. If you show up, if you train, if you promote, your team will renew and your team will stay on IA and your team will build a business. Trust me on that. 8 years experience, 13 years in the industry. Trust me on that. You can go ask the top $1 million, $7 million earners. They're going to tell you the same. You participate, you promote, you build, you show up, your team will renew, your team will stay on IA, and your team will build a business. Okay, culture of speed. Your monthly or your MO, your DMO, speed, method of operation will determine the speed of your team and growth. Again, what are you doing on a daily basis? Are you spending your daily basis doing anything and everything but the business that promised to build your dreams? Or are you spending your day, every hour, doing things, actions that will create your financial freedom and build the future of your kids? What are you doing with your day? What are you doing with your day? Are you talking to prospects? Are you talking to team members? Are you promoting? Are you doing training? Are you doing tours? Are you making calls? Or are you doing other stuff? And I can tell you, I can just, from across the seas, I can tell you what are you doing. And that is the result, that's the reflection of what you're doing on a daily basis with your business and with your life show up in your paycheck and in your team. If you're a diamond, immediately or within 30 days, that will be a culture in your team. With the help of your My 5, set the following targets immediately and share it with your team. I'm going to be a diplomat by this day. I'm going to be an ambassador by this day. I'm going to be a regional ambassador by this day. I'm going to be a multi-million-dollar, a 10K club earner by this day. I'm going to be a multi-million-dollar by this day. And guess what? On a daily basis, your actions will show your commitment. If your post on Facebook is about, I don't know what, but not business, that actually shows your commitment. I look at your Facebook pages. I look at your Instagram. I don't have to tell you. I mean, your actions, your actions on a daily basis shows your commitment to your dreams. And it reflects on how many people renew, how many people stay on IA, how many people build a business. They look up to you, and they see it's not important to you, it's not important to them. If it's important to you, it's important to them. Okay? So refer to the Launchpad document for more details on achieving the level. So get the details, get clear on where you're going, why you're going, where you're going, by when you're going to be there, and what kind of actions is your daily actions are aligned with your commitment. Or you say I want to make $10,000 per month, but you know what? I don't know what you're doing. You're watching TV, you're watching commercials, you're watching series shows, you're going out for a drink with your friends without even taking a logbook with you, without talking about your business, but you're saying you want to make $10,000 per month, but your actions are showing something else. Okay? So ladies and gentlemen, at this time, that's about next 30 days training action plan and Launchpad. I'm honored and privileged to be able to have the opportunity to explain and train these two important topics on this webinar. I wish you all a happy new year. Get clear on your goals and on your targets and on your promises and your intention while you're in this business. And let's make 2016 a different year for you, a different than the year you ever experienced in your life. Back to you, Hada.
Unmuted.
Question I can answer.
Hi, Maria. Wow. That was so great training. So much we learned from you, and so much you give in your training and in everything you do. So thank you so much for that. We just have a few questions here. Well, someone asked, can one receive this message with the illustrations online? This is Cheryl Okowe. Well, I don't know if you mean, Cheryl, if you mean the slides, you have them in the back office, in your back office, under business in a file, unless you mean something else. Maria, do you understand what it means?
I'm not sure what the question is.
Yes.
Muted.
What was the question? Can you repeat it again?
Unmuted.
Please, can one receive the message with the illustrations online?
I'm not sure what does that mean. Illustration online for what topic?
And I don't know. I guess this is maybe it's the slides of the presentation. So Cheryl, you have them in your back office under business in a file. And we have another question by Mark Jason, who is asking you, please explain again how it became $95,500 shopping spree before the convention. Okay. Can you
Absolutely.
explain
So
about
basically,
yes.
so it's a diamond
Muted.
promotion. Normally, when you launch your diamond VDM within your first 30 days, you receive $6,000 worth of shopping spree. And now for those people who launched their VDM anytime before December, anytime after December the 5th, please correct me on the date. In the past 30 days from the Sunday night, they launched their VDM, and the people who launched their VDM from now, I mean, basically they launched their VDM after Sunday night. In their first 30 days, they upgrade to Diamond by paying the $3,500. And once they pay the $3,500 in their first 30 days in the business, they receive $9,500 double IA, which is 9,500 retail value of product in their back office to be able to shop. Back to you, Hera. I think the rest of the question was also he asked. I see it. How
Unmuted.
before the convention and the code learn to show up to master. Please repeat, and also what does it mean of generating leads? Okay, so learn to show up. These webinars, because some people said, I already attended the Fast Start training. Why do I have to show up again? I already know the Launchpad and next 30 days training. And some people said, well, I already show up to Forensic. Why do I have to be there again? And some people say, well, I already know the tool. Or I don't have a prospect. Why do I have to be in a regional tour? And some people say, well, I already been in the boot camp. I already know all the boot camp stuff. Why do I have to show up again? So here's why you show up. You first show up to an event or to a webinar or to a training to learn. Then you show up to master. There is a difference between learning the information than mastering the information, okay? So then you show up. After a few times you show up, you master. Then you show up. By the time you master, you already have a team, okay? So then you show up to train the team, okay? When you're master, then you can train. Then you show up to train. And then you show up to train the trainer, because now your team members became trainers, and you show up to train them how to train. And at the point where your downline are showing up to the business to train and train the trainer, you are retired. You don't need to train anymore. You're the special guest. Like Sherry is now the special guest on this call. Okay, so show up to learn, show up to master, show up to train the webinar, the boot camp, the event, or present the tour, and then show up to train the trainers. You're sitting on the chair, you're watching the webinar, and you're watching your champions training. The people that you coach them and support them and you help them to learn, that you're watching them training the role. And at that point, you're making $1 million, basically, like Sherry is making. Okay, so that's about the repeating. So why you have to show up, and then what does it mean of generating leads? So generating leads means at the beginning you make your list of people that you want to show the business or sell a product or sign over CIP. Then those are the people that you know. It's your warm market. Okay, so at some point you're gonna finish that list, and then you have to generate new people into that list. And the new people that you're generating are called leads. Okay, so they're leads. So how do you generate leads? We have training on that. And when you generate leads, basically you're getting into the cold market. You go to networking events, you go to meetup groups, you post ads, advertising, you go on social media, learn social media techniques. There are tons of ways to generate leads. So you even learn how to talk to strangers in the street and generate leads, build relationships, and have people show interest to your business. You get their information, and now that's a lead for you to follow up, show the business, and get them into your business. Now, that's just an overview. There's like hours of training on this topic that you can ask your My 5 upline to set YouTube video that we did bunch of webinars we did on generating leads from cold markets, and they can send you these videos, and basically you should be generating lead after you finish your 250 people per market list.
Okay, thank you, Maria. I think that's conclude all of our questions. Thank you for an amazing training from all of us around the world. So telling you good night, Hadass Geva from Israel. Maria, do you have any words to conclude the call?
No, thank you so much. If you have anybody their hands up and they want to share anything, it's the first Fast Start training of the year. I would love to see if there's anybody want to share anything else about their targets or their why. That would be great. And at the same time, I'm looking forward to see more and more of European leaders stepping up and starting to do the training for these webinars. Again, show up to learn, show up to train, and show up to master, show up to train, and show up to train the trainer. So I stepped up to lead by example, and I'm looking forward to see more Europeans, Middle Eastern European leaders also step up to train these webinars and have their teams on these calls on a weekly basis. It's happening every single week, and Tuesday night, the Fastest Start training, very simple training. You know, I'm going to be on these calls and watching you guys rocking and rolling these calls. Don't forget this upcoming Sunday night training, and we're going to be rocking and rolling that calls as well. Back to you, Hada.
Okay, thank you, Maria. Actually, we are way past our time of the webinar. Thank you so much, and thank you, Sherry. You wanna say a few words before we close the call?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ana Maria, to do a absolutely amazing training tonight. And I'm sure everyone learned a lot from you. And I know this evening you're going to do another one for the Eastern Standard Zoom. So for those of you, if you have prospects, you know, in North America, no, not. I mean the new LCs in the North America and Caribbean area, you may want to plug them into the later on session. So, and Maria is going to do another one just for the people in this side of the world. And thank you so much, Hadash, for being an Ambassador of Month, and you did absolutely amazing job. So let's close the call for now and look forward to our call tomorrow at our GWT tour.
Right. You are more than welcome, everyone, to our call tomorrow. We are doing a tour. You are welcome to bring your prospect in to the call, and we'll see you tomorrow and next Sunday, next Tuesday. I wish you a happy New Year. Good night, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.